Hello everybody, it's just Tracy Newman here from the Navigator's Tarot and Sleepy Wisdom on YouTube. You can find me here for a masculine reading. It's very, the energies at the moment are very gentle and very beautiful. Really feeling it in my cells at this point in time. It is such a lovely day. It was so cold yesterday. I actually believe that yesterday here was probably one of the coldest days we've had. And it's spring. It's one of the coldest days we've had all year, I reckon. However, okay, the cats are on the couch, the fire's going, but it is a beautiful day, so I may take advantage of it and go for a walk soon. Okay, so these are the energies for the masculine for this week. The masculine energies, of course, reside within each and every single one of us. Some house more of these energies, whether they be male or female, than others. So take this as it resonates. If you have a masculine that you would like to project this onto, then by all means do so. But yeah, we have them all within us, and of course, at this point in time, it is about balance and balancing out the masculine and feminine energies within, neither having too much or too little. So it would appear that the masculine at the moment is going through a bit of a battle. But it's an inner conflict. It is, I get it. Okay, so he has actually been experiencing very, very new feelings of love and new emotions that he's not really been able to access before. But now okay, so it's a little bit of a battle at the moment between the ego and love. It's interesting that I find the masculine to represent what is going on with the planet at this point in time, and as we're seeing the darkness on this planet being removed and put down, it's like the ego, as they try to rise and fight against their demise. The darkness on this planet, as they rise up and fight against their demise. The same thing is happening within the masculine energies, within all of us, but especially those that house the greatest amount of masculine energy. So that because he's now actually started to really find that truth within himself about the love that he actually is, now the ego is rising up because it is inevitable. The ego recognizes that his demise, or the demise of the ego, is on the horizon, and it is going to occur no matter what. But of course, the ego will always do whatever it can to fight back, and that's exactly what's going on at this point in time within the masculine energies. However, it is futile. So, this battle that is going on within the masculine is red hot and really fighting hard. But love will win the day. I'm absolutely sure of it, because he's beginning to realize that love outweighs everything, and yeah. Starting to realize that the ego is a form of darkness and a form of shadow that, when allowed expression, can be met with in a positive way, made friends with, and therefore there is no fear of that ego, and therefore the ego loses power. And that's what the masculine is recognizing, that once you allow the ego expression, but meet it in as a positive force in your life, and allowing it to move you through into states of healing and love, then fear and ego declines within the system, in that male energetic system. Therefore, allowing love to come through as fear dissipates. It's an amazing thing, isn't it? Yeah. And then we have the emotional world too of the masculine. Wow, you know, what I'm really picking up is that the ego is dwindling to almost nothing, because the masculine has finally recognized that, yeah, he doesn't have to entertain it, he doesn't have to feed it, and that trying to do what he can to fight against it only leads to more fight, more fear. But yes, he's starting to see now that that once you make friends with it and have no fear of it, allow it to move through your life in a creative way, healing begins, and therefore love wins through and wins the day. Amazing stuff. Also the sword of truth, because now the masculine is really beginning to see that that love is truth, and truth is love, and there is nothing else. So the false identity of the masculine is now falling. The mask is falling as the inner child begins to have expression within the masculine. There is innocence there now, and love. So he's on the journey, he's on his way through to balancing out any remaining shadows that are there. He's starting to balance with the light. And as yin and yang become more balanced, the light and the dark become balanced. It's like, you know, I look at this card. If you look at it there is light, there is dark. And in between, there is this cosmological, beautiful universe that comes within, and it is full of colour and beauty. So that's where we're headed at the moment. You know, we're starting to move out of this darkness-light dichotomy and the darkness-light reversal, inverted structures, and we're moving into something that is far greater, with like a harmonic convergence of colour and sound and a symphony of basically starlight. So it's like the masculine is really starting to see that the 3D world that he was a part of is crumbling and falling. It is a very kind of colourless world compared to where we are going and moving into a beautiful symphony of colour, light and love, and harmonic convergence of peace, love, light. Yeah. And is coming into someone that is full of passion and blasting through into real 5D energy, starting to remove himself from that 3D matrix. Really starting to burst forth into the truth of who he is as a celestial being of light and love. And becoming master of his own universe. No more attached to distraction or shadow or duality. Yeah, starting to merge that beautiful harmonic universe within his own being. So amazing stuff from the masculine this week, as always. I tell you, he's really coming through. It's just, whew. We're going to start to see quite a lot of disclosure, I think, coming from the earth plane as we shift into these different frequencies. I'll just get one more card for the masculine. I love these cards too. These are sacred spirit reading cards. The spirit, lovely cards for the masculine. Between worlds, new directions awaken, spirit's desire to change. That's where the masculine's at right now. So starting to come out of one world and moving into a completely different world, a different harmonic convergence of love and light as he's moving out of the dense energies of the 3D matrix. Wonderful stuff, masculine. He's in between worlds at the moment, but that's where he's moving to. And awakened spirit, desire to change. There is no greater desire to change than the masculine at this point in time. We're done. Absolutely done. The matrix is about to completely change on every level for every single one of us. Yeah, great stuff, masculines. We'll see you next week.